down and out, about to throw in the towel? Or do you need weekly encouragement and inspiration to put the spring back in your steps and zest in your heart? Are you in search of professional advice, practical tips, life hacks, or some plain old warmth and laughter? Look no further. Get Inspired with Charity Eswe is the place for you. Our special guests from across the globe share their success stories along with professional and practical advice when and where applicable to motivate and keep you going strong. Here on Get Inspired with Charity Eswe YouTube channel, our videos are packed with powerful words of encouragement, motivation, and tips on how to lead a successful and fulfilled life. Get ready to feel an overwhelming sense of inspiration, zest, fulfillment, peace, and joy as you watch uplifting and empowering interviews. Don't keep this gem to yourself. Be sure to share it with your friends and family. Embrace newfound inspiration and motivation and let positivity fill your days. Also, do not hesitate to recommend or suggest anyone worthy of note who is willing to share their remarkable story with us to inspire others. To do so, use this email, charitysway@gmail.com. Stay inspired. Hi there. Feeling drained, down and out, about to throw in the towel? Or do you need weekly encouragement and inspiration to put the spring back in your steps and zest in your heart? Are you in search of professional advice, practical tips, life hacks, or some plain old warmth and laughter? Look no further. Get Inspired with Charity Eswe is the place for you. Our special guests from across the globe share their success stories along with professional and practical advice when and where applicable to motivate and keep you going strong. Here on Get Inspired with Charity Eswe YouTube channel, our videos are packed with powerful words of encouragement, motivation, and tips on how to lead a successful and fulfilled life. Get ready to feel an overwhelming sense of inspiration, zest, fulfillment, peace, and joy as you watch uplifting and empowering interviews. Don't keep this gem to yourself. Be sure to share it with your friends and family. Embrace newfound inspiration and motivation and let positivity fill your days. Also, do not hesitate to recommend or suggest anyone worthy of note who is willing to share their remarkable story with us to inspire others. To do so, use this email, charitysway@gmail.com. Stay inspired. Hi there. Feeling drained, down and out, about to throw in the towel? Or do you need weekly encouragement and inspiration to put the spring back in your steps and zest in your heart? Are you in search of professional advice, practical tips, life hacks, or some plain old warmth and laughter? Look no further. Get Inspired with Charity Eswe is the place for you. Our special guests from across the globe share their success stories along with professional and practical advice when and where applicable to motivate and keep you going strong. Here on Get Inspired with Charity Eswe YouTube channel, our videos are packed with powerful words of encouragement, motivation, and tips on how to lead a successful and fulfilled life. Get ready to feel an overwhelming sense of inspiration, zest, fulfillment, peace, and joy as you watch uplifting and empowering interviews. Don't keep this gem to yourself. Be sure to share it with your friends and family. Embrace newfound inspiration and motivation and let positivity fill your days. Also, do not hesitate to recommend or suggest anyone worthy of note who is willing to share their remarkable story with us to inspire others. To do so, use this email, charitysway@gmail.com. Stay inspired. Hi there. Feeling drained, down and out, about to throw in the towel? Or do you need weekly encouragement and inspiration to put the spring back in your steps and zest in your heart? Are you in search of professional advice, practical tips, life hacks, or some plain old warmth and laughter? Look no further. Get Inspired with Charity Eswe is the place for you. Our special guests from across the globe share their success stories along with professional and practical advice when and where applicable to motivate and keep you going strong. Here on Get Inspired with Charity Eswe YouTube channel, Our videos are packed with powerful words of encouragement, motivation, and tips on how to lead a successful and fulfilled life. Get ready to feel an overwhelming sense of inspiration, zest, fulfillment, peace, and joy as you watch uplifting and empowering interviews. Don't keep this gem to yourself. Be sure to share it with your friends and family. Embrace newfound inspiration and motivation and let positivity fill your days. Also, do not hesitate to recommend or suggest anyone worthy of note who is willing to share their remarkable story with us to inspire others. To do so, use this email, charitysway@gmail.com. Stay inspired. Hi there, feeling drained, down and out, about to throw in the towel? Or do you need weekly encouragement and inspiration to put the spring back in your steps and zest in your heart? Are you in search of professional advice, practical tips, life hacks, or some plain old warmth and laughter? Look no further. Get inspired with Charity Sway is the place for you. Our special guests from across the globe share their success stories along with professional and practical advice when and where applicable to motivate and keep you going strong. Here on Get Inspired with Charity Sway YouTube channel, our videos are packed with powerful words of encouragement, motivation, and tips on how to lead a successful and fulfilled life. Get ready to feel an overwhelming sense of inspiration, zest, fulfillment, peace, and joy as you watch uplifting and empowering interviews. Don't keep this gem to yourself. Be sure to share it with your friends and family. Embrace newfound inspiration and motivation and let positivity fill your days. Also, do not hesitate to recommend or suggest anyone worthy of note who is willing to share their remarkable story with us to inspire others. To do so, use this email, charitysway@gmail.com. Stay inspired. Hi there, feeling drained, down and out, about to throw in the towel? Or do you need weekly encouragement and inspiration to put the spring back in your steps and zest in your heart? Are you in search of professional advice, practical tips, life hacks, or some plain old warmth and laughter? Look no further. Get inspired with Charity Sway is the place for you. Our special guests from across the globe share their success stories along with professional and practical advice when and where applicable to motivate and keep you going strong. Here on Get Inspired with Charity Sway YouTube channel, our videos are packed with powerful words of encouragement, motivation, and tips on how to lead a successful and fulfilled life. Get ready to feel an overwhelming sense of inspiration, zest, fulfillment, peace, and joy as you watch uplifting and empowering interviews. Don't keep this gem to yourself. Be sure to share it with your friends and family. Embrace newfound inspiration and motivation and let positivity fill your days. Also, do not hesitate to recommend or suggest anyone worthy of note who is willing to share their remarkable story with us to inspire others. To do so, use this email, charitysway@gmail.com. Stay inspired. Hi there, feeling drained, down and out, about to throw in the towel? Or do you need weekly encouragement and inspiration to put the spring back in your steps and zest in your heart? Are you in search of professional advice, practical tips, life hacks, or some plain old warmth and laughter? Look no further. Get inspired with Charity Sway is the place for you. Our special guests from across the globe share their success stories along with professional and practical advice when and where applicable to motivate and keep you going strong. Here on Get Inspired with Charity Sway YouTube channel, our videos are packed with powerful words of encouragement, motivation, and tips on how to lead a successful and fulfilled life. Get ready to feel an overwhelming sense of inspiration, zest, fulfillment, peace, and joy as you watch uplifting and empowering interviews. Don't keep this gem to yourself. Be sure to share it with your friends and family. Embrace newfound inspiration and motivation and let positivity fill your days. Also, do not hesitate to recommend or suggest anyone worthy of note who is willing to share their remarkable story with us to inspire others. To do so, use this email, charitysway@gmail.com. Stay inspired.
Welcome back to another episode of Get Inspired with Charity Asia. We are thrilled to have you here today. First and foremost, we want to appreciate our subscribers, our viewers. You all are incredible, and we love your support. God bless you all. Our guest today is a media personality whose life and journey I personally find inspiring. You are welcome to the show, sir.
Yeah, thanks so much. I really appreciate this.
I won't say too much about him. Let's hear from the horse's mouth. Now, let's dive into the interview with our amazing guest, Dr. Olusegun Enitan, Bamidele JP.
Yeah, thanks so much once again. I really want to appreciate this opportunity of bringing me live on your show, and I'm thrilled and I'm excited. Thanks so much.
You are welcome, sir. Let's go right into the questions. Please, kindly introduce yourself, giving us an insight to who Dr. Olusegun Enitan Bamidele JP is.
Okay. My name is Enitan Olusegun Olushanu Joseph Adisa Bamidele. I'm a broadcast journalist with Fresh 105.9 FM. It's a media outfit and it's making waves in southwest Nigeria. And to the glory of God, also I'm the CEO EOB Multi Concept and the CEO Royal Sky Media Academy. I read mass communication. And I'm practicing broadcast journalism.
Thank you, sir. On to the next questions. We know you to be a reputable on-air media personality. Has this always been your career of choice growing up, or is a mere appetence?
Yeah, I would say that broadcasting is my calling. I've been doing that without noticing, even before I gained admission to our institution to study mass communication. It's part of me, just like my passion. And so some of my mates are not surprised that later they see me on air. So it has been my, let's say, my nature, my career, my calling.
Wow. On to the next. The brand or personality EOB is a household name today. How do you manage this? I mean, how did you come to be?
Yeah, thanks for that. Let me appreciate God for giving me the grace to have a name that people will know. EOB. EOB was coined out of my name. Enitan for E, Olusegun for O, and my surname Bamidele for the B. In broadcast journalism or in an entertainment world, we normally adopt a very short name. Let me give you an instance. Lere Paimo, Yinka Ayefele, Lere Shitu. That is how they normally adopt a very short name so that people can grab their name. But you see, my two names, Enitan or Olusegun, has a very deep meaning, and I wouldn't want to lose any one of them. So I supposed to be answering Enitan Bamidele or Segun Bamidele, but I gathered the two names together with my surname to be Enitan Olusegun Bamidele, EOB. So people now prefer to be calling me EOB because it's very, very short. So it's only those that listen to me or my program or my die-hard fans that will know the full meaning of EOB.
The next question says, it's no doubt that your good name has made you've made for yourself has brought you great blessings. How have you been able to give back to the society? One.
Okay. Should I answer that one first?
Okay.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, my boss, Inka Ifele, said that I should have a media academy. The media academy, he said that because I have much knowledge in broadcast industry and I'm highly blessed, talented, that is a way of giving back to society. So I have a media academy where I trained young people that want to be like me and collect just peanut from them. I think it's part of giving back to society because I can't reach everyone in the society. And also, I have a fan club. And when it was about to start, I told those that gathered themselves together to be my fans that something happened to me when I was very, very younger. When I gained admission to higher institution, to secondary school, that was around 1985-86. One of my friends was making jest of me that my parents are so poor that would they be able to send me to secondary school? I can't forget that incident. And I told my fans that are forming my club that if you want me to be part of this club, the club should be giving back to society. How? You go to secondary school, primary school. If you see any indigent students, please make sure you are sponsoring them. I don't need to say this on camera, but by the grace of God, we've been able to send like 6 to 7 students to secondary school. We cater for them from SS1 from GS1 to SS3. We are doing that silently. Yeah.
The second part of this question says, can you please tell us more about your studio, your marriage counseling program, and every other aspect of you?
Okay. About my studio, EOB Multi-Concept Studios, just a mini studio like yours there. Yeah. The studio is meant for online radio. It's one of my aspirations, by the grace of God, that I'm going to get a license and I'll start terrestrial broadcasting. So that is mainly what the EOB studio is meant for. And of course, it's meant for training the academy students. After intensive and extensive coaching in the classroom, they come to the studio to face the reality, to know how we do it, how we talk on air. Then they've learned the theory. We use the studio for practical. That is my studio. And then also, what else again?
Your marriage counseling program.
Yeah, I've stopped that one for now on Fresh FM because of some reasons. I discovered that society starts from home, and if home is okay, society at large will be fine. And then the only thing that Satan attacked when Adam and Eve were created in the Garden of Eden was the marriage. When Adam was alone, Satan did not attack him, but immediately God brought in Eve and instituted marriage. It was then that Satan struck. So I use my marriage counseling program to counsel some homes. Some of my friends are listening to me, that there are some things that can still be addressed, and then at times some red flags that you should know before you even go into the marriage. Most times we'll see those red flags, but probably because of love or because of some other reasons, we just close our eyes to them and go into the marriage, and at the end of the day, it always leads to a story that touches heart. So that is mainly for my counseling program on air.
And probably any other aspect of you would like your fans to know about.
What else again? Okay, I hang on another program called Ekuyenju. Ekuyenju is meant for those that are struggling, that on the streets, moving from pillar to post to feed themselves. I can say I'm a life coach. Teach them about life. There's some principles we need to apply before we can get what we are going to get. And at times I used to counsel people that God will not be responsible for your failure, because He has created you with the potential that will give you what you want in life. So I help people at times to discover their potentials also with that program, Ekuyenju. So that is all. And on Sunday, I have a program called Sunday Glory Melody. It's just to dig deep in the Bible. Some people ask me questions, like someone asking me that is Garden of Eden still in existence? And I said, okay, if it was recorded in the Bible that there was a flood in the time of Noah and it affected the whole world, if really the Garden of Eden was in this world, then it must have been affected. Yeah, and then it is not what you can see with physical eyes anymore. So, and there's some questions also that can get them confused. So that is what we treat on Sunday Glory Melody.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
The next question says, please kindly share with us one major challenge you encounter on your path in life, which became your defined moment, and how did you overcome that challenge?
I think the challenge I encountered was who to settle down with And before I decided to be a broadcast journalist, aside the fact that I have the talent and people are clamoring that, at times people will listen to me, they will say, you are the next Genga Adeboye, you are very fluent, you are very you this. All my life, all I wanted to do then was to travel out of the country because I really wanted to take good care of my parents, even before I lost my dad. And I've been trying that since I was 27. I tried getting UK visa. At times I switched to US. My boss in Kaefele, when I met him, sent me to UK embassy 3 times. I was denied. US embassy once, I was denied. I couldn't get visa until I clocked 42 from age 27. So, and then the very year I started traveling out of the country, I got the message when I was in the plane that this is now your time. So I've learned that there is time for everything, there is season for everything. I remember there was a woman, there was a prophetess that I was introduced to when I was very, very sad. I went to UK embassy, I was denied as usual, and I've tried every other means. I couldn't get the visa. So I was introduced to that woman. The woman prayed and said that she saw me abroad, that I should go and try it again. So the little money I gathered then, I went again, got another passport, and went to the embassy. I was also denied. So when I was coming from that embassy, I went straight to that woman. I said, Mama, are you sure God really called you? She said, God called me. I said, but you asked me to go and get my passport, that I will get visa this time. She said, yes. I said, I was denied. She couldn't believe her eyes. So I left angrily. She now asked someone to call me. And she said, the Lord just told me that by the time you start traveling out of this country, everybody will know. That the whole world will know that you are not around. I just laughed. And I said, Mama, if truly God called you, don't allow anybody to know. Let it be between me and you. And maybe I should even inform my mom. The three of us is okay. As God will have it. According to what she said, when that time came for me to be moving out of this country, I can't sneak out of the country without being recognized by some people or without being noticed. My fans on air will notice I am not around. So the prophecy came to pass. That's the boils down on the fact that there is season for everything. And also to settle down in marriage was hell for me. Maybe that was the experience I gathered from such incident that happens to me, make it very easy for me to be having a marriage counseling program on radio. I used to use my brain. I thought marriage is 1 + 1 is 2. And it's far, far beyond that. Marriage is spiritual. Marriage is deep. Most times, your spec, your favorite, may not be your wife. So what I love most in women then, what I normally find that will excite me to say, this is the person I really want to have. I was very sincere with you. Those features are not in the life of the woman I eventually got married to. And I have peace. So I don't want to go deep because I'll become emotional.
Before I go to the last question, I want to chip in something. There's this funny story you always tell about how you started working at Fresh FM.
Okay.
You went to collect your money from
No,
somebody.
somebody was owing me. You know, I used to dream then. I used to dream that I'm working with Yinka Efele. And then, come to think of it, it's two parallel lines. We are far away from each other. I don't know Yinka Efele. I used to see him from afar. So how come? How will I work with Yinka Efele? Yinka Efele is a musician. I'm a trained broadcaster, but at that time, I wouldn't even want to go into broadcasting. I wanted to travel out of the country. So I never thought our path can cross. But one of my friends was staying with me, and the person was working with IFL. So it was that guy that was owing me some money. And when you are broke, you will remember your debtor. So I said, how can I be broke and I have some money with some people, someone somewhere? So it was that time a Relu thing was thriving, you know. One woman came out to say that she was the one that did something for IFL. So, and I said, yes, I will go there and make noise. Now by the time I make noise, IFL will not want any drama. He will just come into his office and say, what is the problem again? I will say, okay, this person that is working with you is owing me and he will give me my money. That was my original plan. So I got there. Oh, the guy started me from afar and came to block me at the door. He now said, my friend, how are you? So I was trying to frown to, you know, so that he would know that I was not happy with him. He now said, come. He took me to an office like this, just a room like this. And what I saw was a microphone, a laptop, just like you're having it here, and then that's all. 2 laptops. And he said, I really want to have a radio station that I should do an hour program. And I said, are you charming me? When I'm not just, I come for my money. He now said, I should do just 1 hour program. You know, he has known me for higher institution days. So I've been to OGBC, I've been to BCS, and he knows my ability to perform very well as a broadcaster. So, and I said, okay, there is no problem. And he said, after the program, we'll set you the money issue. So that was how I started. I remember it was Muriwa Akinsoji called Apia. It was the one with us in that room. And I said, I need some songs. He said, he will provide. And I started doing just a freestyle program. I cracked some jokes. Then, what else again? I do some talking about life. And then I left. So by the time I finished the program, I wasn't as angry as I was before anymore. So I've calmed down. So I said, my money. He said, I should not make noise. That if I should make noise, everybody will just sack him. Because of what is happening, they will just sack him and I will not get my money. And I said, okay, it is true. Just let me have some money for bike. And I left. He promised me month end that day. On the following day, I have this brother that sells coffin. So I normally go there to play with him. So if people come for coffin, for maybe for funeral, whatever, he will tell them that I'm an MC. So if coffin is 25,000, he will stylishly add my money. You say this coffin is 25,000 naira, MC is 10,000, everything is 35,000 naira. So, and then I would just gladly accept that. But that day, when I got to him, I was about to tell him about what happened yesterday, that I went to IFLA, I wanted to go and make noise, then my phone rang. And someone was calling me that IFLA want to see me. I was so scared. I said, okay. I was like, what happened? And I told my brother, I said, I want to rush down to Yinka IFLA's office. Just give me 1 hour. If you don't see me, please come and look for me. So on getting the IFLA, I said, I never knew you were a broadcaster. I said, I'm a broadcaster. He said, can we have a program together? And that was the day what I've been seeing in my dream came to reality. So we sat together just like this, and then you now ask, what would be the title of our program? And I said, let's talk about people's issues, people's problems. He said, okay, so what should be the title? I said, let's talk about what? He said, people's problems. I said, no, let's talk about it. People will relate their problems and audience will give solutions. And that's how we started Let's Talk About It. It's one of the best programs on Fresh FM up to this moment. So that is the short story.
Wow.
But you don't ask me if I've collected that money.
Have you collected your money?
She did. But by the grace of God, I've collected more than that money. But
finally, sir, what do you tell someone out there who is about to give up or confused in their pursuit for fulfill impactful and prosperous life?
you see what? Because we can't see tomorrow. I've been in that position before. There was a day announcement was made in my church that someone was getting married to one of our brothers in the church. After the announcement, I was a bachelor, then I was the head of I think I was the president of the youth president then. And the pastor turned to me and said, Enitan, by the grace of God, and you know, look how it is your turn now. I now laugh. I said, my condition was so terrible that time that I was asking him, who on earth will give out our daughter for me to marry? A graduate that doesn't have work, I have aged mother, I have 2 siblings. I can't even feed myself, let alone my mom. There was no job. And someone was telling me that he had the next to get married. So why in mini? You know, it was as terrible as that. I used to tell people that if they see me stealing anything in our neighborhood, nobody will say, go and arrest him. We were so poor to the extent that there was a time there was this censor. They wanted to do censor then. So they were marking every houses. They came to my area. They didn't mark our house. I think I've taken one of my my PA to where I started from. I took my daughter there. She was weeping. She said, Dad, you were raised here? I said, yes. The Hausa people, they can't stay in that house. They were selling smoked fish. One man it is the fish. They pay rent for fish. They can't stay in that house. That is where I stayed. For 18 to 19 years, there was no electricity in our house. 18 to 19 years, there was no electricity. And I saw those guys, I said, you are giving people houses number. You've not numbered our house. He said, yes. Where I was raised. I said, young baby, the people are staying there. He said, who? I said, me and my parents. He said, where are they? I said, they've gone out. He said, where are you from? I said, my parents are from Kogi, but I was born here. He said, oh, that's good. He now called someone. How do? Come and see your people. See, tí Ìbàdàn ò bá gbè yín, dẹ̀ padà sílé. If staying in Ibadan is not yielding result, then go back to your hometown. It was as terrible as that. Do you know that the friend that said, why don't you go and learn trade? Are you sure your parent can send you to secondary school? My father, when I told him that so person said, he said, Ori waton, ema jeka bajao. For first time and second time, I was going to secondary school in Buba and Shokoto. The uniform, school uniform, white shirt and short green trouser, knicker. It won't cost my parents more than 50 naira. They cannot afford it. And the school fee was 20 naira. I remember vividly. You paid to cooperative bank then. It was then they increased it to 40 naira. The very day a teacher, my English teacher said, you want to tell me your parents are the most poorest? Even if they are the most poorest, don't come to my class with this thing again. Go and get uniform now. I told my mom. My mom have to tell my dad. You know the how it runs then. You can't face your dad. You tell your mom, mommy, so she will help you to relate to your dad. My father now said, after morning devotion, my mother said, I said uniform, color. My father said, oh, you remind me of my dream. I saw Enitan in USA. My mother now said, how do you know it is USA? I said, yes. Because he was talking to me in that dream. Now, why are you looking for me? I'm in USA. That people, he was talking and people were clapping. That was 1985, 86, 85, 86. That dream came to reality in 2016. Look at the gap. So if I had killed myself, if I have poisoned myself because we were poor, because I was raised in the poor environment, my parents were less fortunate, I won't be where I am now. Yeah. At times, I will just drop my car. I will walk where I've walked before. I will look around. When I was coming, I parked. I was discussing with some people, and some touts was there. I gave them money and I was smiling. There was a time I too will have to do like that so that somebody can give me money. So, if you have hope in God and you are working hard all the time towards your goal, you will achieve it. Believe me sincerely, you will get there. It's just a matter of time. Don't relent. Be consistent with what you are doing. Be intentional with what you are doing. And know what you are doing. You know, this is what I'm doing. If you're a cameraman, be intentional with that camera thing. Be consistent. Money will not come at first, but money will surely visit you. And after that, you have all you want to have in life. I've not got you to where I'm going in life, but at least it's not as how I was before. I can now feed myself, feed people around me, feed my family to the best of my ability. So, we bless God.
That is a wrap on our interview today. And what a powerful and enlightening discussion with our guest. A very big thank you to our guest for joining us and providing us those thoughtful, provoking insights. I hope you've been inspired. And I hope you've learned one or two things from today's interview. Please feel free to subscribe. Click on the bell button. Till next time, stay inspired.
There was no job. And someone was telling me that he had the next to get married. So when There was no job. And someone was telling me that he had the next to get married.
So when?